Ladies and gentlemen, this is time now for the final game of this awesome tournament. We are at the Winter Championship. Americas and Puffin and Zenstyle are going to play their last and fifth game of the semifinals. They're going to try to get to the final, the grand finals, and they're really hoping to get there. Zenstyle was the in player last year, and now he's looking to have some performance this year. While Puffin, he's been the guy who's been having it lately, and he wants to confirm this in front of everyone. Let's see how this goes. Zenstyle playing and Tempo Mate, and Puffin playing the Oil Rogue. Zenstyle decides to keep a pretty aggressive hand and gets another Mana Worm back, allowing for some early game pressure with, for example, Mana Worm, Coin Mana Worm, and a lot of spells to boost them. And we'll see what goes on. He doesn't play the coin, he just keeps one Mana Worm out. There's always the remote risk of Puffin being able to deal with that pressure very easily. And Puffin with the very happy Feast of Wintervale. And it looks like Zenstyle, being Medivh, is not going to respond to this. He's the mean guy. He's saying, "Hey, I am not here for funds. I am here to defeat you and destroy your face with my spells." And he considers playing the coin now this time and getting the second Mana Worm out, but he doesn't do it. And he's starting to establish some board presence. Now, Puffin is going to go for a preparation Eviscerate to get rid of that whole board very efficiently. Well, it's a 3 for 2, but this, as I said, 7 agents gets to stay on the board. And right now we don't see a lot of interesting options for Zenstyle to actually deal with this simple threat. It looks like he's going to go for a Mana Worm, Arcane Blasts into Arcane Missiles. Oh, this has to hit. This has to... It does. Okay, good. I think he probably would have been better off playing that Arcane Missiles first, because if it had hit the hero 3 times, this would have been a terrible loss. It's 2 cards for nothing, for zero value. That's really not what he was looking for. That was a little bit risky. It's a 1 chance out of 8 anyways, and he had a 1 chance out of 8 to actually kill the SI7 with his Arcane Missiles and keeping his Arcane Blast. I think that would have... I don't understand why he did this. It looks like Puffin is going to go for the clear with his Tinker Sharper Sword, Oil, aka Oil. Much easier to say, actually. It's kind of hard to pronounce. Well, Oil. Oil is fine. And here, Zenstyle with a handful of spells, he really wants to get some board presence. So it looks like he's gonna try to get the board presence from his opponent with a mirror entity and trying to get some protection with his mirror images. I'm not sure I would like to keep... I would have played this, but I guess he wanted to play on curve. And here, Puffin plays right into the mirror image, saying, you know, you can have this Sludge Belcher, I give it, it's free. He knows he doesn't have a lot of options. He knows Zenstyle has a coin in hand and only, well, 1 other card, but now it's 2. And this Archmage Antagonist, it's not going to offer him any options anytime soon. Well, he could coin it out next turn, of course, having all the defense he has, but then that would kind of be a waste. You really want to use that coin after the Archmage is out. And here, Puffin is going to go for some draw. And it looks like he's going to clear the Sludge Belcher, removing a little bit of these defenses, trying to make way for more damage in the face. Well, to actually some damage in the face of Zenstyle. And here Zenstyle gets a kill through Zod. He could have coined him out. He opts not to. He opts to put a little bit of pressure here. I don't know if I agree with this, because that Kel'Thuzad was pretty safe where he was. And now he if Puffin manages to clear this, he's not going to be... I think it would have been a great turn to play him. And now Lothab joining in on the fun, denying any kind of spells, and while luckily he gets an Azure Drake, allows him to dig a little more. There's still 2 taunts on the field, so Kel'Thuzad would still feel safe a little bit. Not really too safe, but at least he would give some present. Looks like Zenstyle decides Oh, he decides to ping the Drake. So he is virtually giving away to his opponent that he does not have a Flame Strike. That puts Puffin in quite a comfortable situation, I think. Had he pinged Lotheb, there would have been way more options. Than I don't understand why he did this. Anyways, Puffin now with an interesting board presence, digging for some options because he feels he can deal with what's on the board right now. And looks like he is going to Deadly Poison to get rid of one of those images, probably killing the other with the Lotheb and clearing the Drake. So there was an obvious waste of that little ping here. That Drake has soaked 1 damage from whatever. Pretty good value here. And now Arcane Intellect and finally a Flame Waker, but it's now way too late in the game to get it. He could play Piloted Shredder to challenge that Lotheb. Or he could play on curve and play Kel'Thuzad, saying, you know what, I know I cannot get back in this game without doing some damage to you. If you don't have any ways to remove this, I'm fine.
Pay attention, class.
But we know, looking at Puffin's hand, that is not the case at all. He plays a Violet Teacher, and the sap gives him a little apprentice, and this is going to flood the board pretty quickly. What's going to happen next? Puffin is going for the face, and passing the turn over this time, but he's got 2 backstabs in hand. Eviscerate, double Blade Flurry, Dr. Boom. His hand is pristine, but Zenstyle keeps trying to put some pressure on the board, playing minions that have to be removed so he can at least relieve himself from taking more damage and trying to get back into this game. Those 2 fireballs will help getting rid of that Lotheb and that Violet Teacher. But let's see what's going on here. Puffin with so many options and a beautiful draw in Blood Mage Thalnos, allowing him to backstab for 3. Now the counterspell meets this, but there's a second backstab coming for 3 again,
I'm ready to learn.
leaving that Archmage Antonidas at only 4 health. There's nothing he can do to stop this onslaught, and here it looks like this Blade Flurry, boosted by the Archmage Thalnos, is going to get rid of that Antonidas without diminishing his board presence. His board is amazing, and he knows that his opponent does not have a clear. He knows this. And here comes the Eviscerate for more punishment. Another 5 damage to the face. Puffin is running to the finish line, hoping to get there before anything bad happens. Here comes the Flame Waker. Let's see if he's been target practicing. Here comes the Fireball on Lotheb. Flame Waker, you've got to count this time. Yes, 1, 2 minions are down, and another mirror image is coming in with the ping, and only one apprentice is taken down, and the second with the Fire Blast, but there is 1 left over, which means that well, 1 mirror image could go, and Dr. Boom at 6 health is so scary, of course. And what's going to happen next? What is he going to do? He's going to go for a preparation, probably to what? Probably to, well, it gets an extra apprentice. Yes, of course. Okay, he Blades Flurries, which allows him to do 1 extra damage, and getting rid of 1, and then allowing him, thanks to that extra boost in mana, to armor up, not armor up, when I say Dagger Mastery. And he's not even going for the face. He's not taking any risk. No, he's saying, you know what? I am just getting rid of that Flame Waker. Flame Waker was very scary to keep, but he decides not to let it on the board. And this spell, this Cone of Cold, is not gonna matter. 1 boop. Oh! No, it doesn't work. It didn't work. But it doesn't matter. Puffin wins. Puffin is going to the finals, saying Happy Feast of Winter Veils, telling Zenstyle, you know, you should have been polite to me originally. That's why you lost this game. You should have said hello. I'm saying it again, because I am going to the finals, and you are on your seat, defeated. This was an amazing game, and Puffin wins and goes on to the finals. Congratulations. This was me, and thanks for watching.